Okay then folks, welcome back to another episode of Roadtrip. It's me, Dr. Benji FM. Today, oh my, I'll say the biggest game of the series so far, Real Madrid in the Champions League against Dortmund. It's set to be an absolute cracker. Now, before we get into the team selection we're going to pick for the game, I thought what we'd do is have a little look at the scout report given to me by Sven Misalantic. He's good at scouting. Let's give him that. Potential and ability-wise, very, very good. Chief scout for a reason. I don't have to believe he's not the best, but as I say, scouting, very good. So he knows what's what. Unai Emery is the manager at Real Madrid. They play quite a direct style, which surprised me a little bit. Closed down a lot, man-marking style. They play adventurously, which is exciting. Comparably to our squad, they're a little bit older than us, average age-wise. We're still growing into it. Their average wage is 60,000 more on everyone, essentially. You can see the differences here. Domestic players, we have 18. They have one Spanish player in there. One. That's crazy to me. We still have 16 nationalities. They have 17. And I've been in charge for 264 days. Unai Emery, 5 years, 241 days. For a Real Madrid manager, that's pretty good. We've got to keep an eye then on Moise Kean, who is probably one of the better regens on the game. He was the most expensive regen so far on the game as well. 99 million was his transfer from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid. And David Denner, another one we've got to keep an eye on. Oh, he's out, sprained ankle. He can't even play. Brilliant news. And he's also probably their best player. Plays the best for them, which is nice for us. Danny Carvajal's still there. He must be their only Spanish player, it seems, in their first team. I mean, is that true? Should we just take a quick look at that before we get into our team selection? That seems crazy to me. Okay, I don't entirely know what it means when I look at it there, in reality, they don't play Spanish players very often, if at all. They've got some there, but as I say, they're not hugely featured. Ramiro Guzman looks like a decent... He looks good. Okay, then. They are currently top of the Spanish First Division. They and Bayern Munich. That's one of us, Atletico Madrid. It was quite a while ago now, though. Them and Bayern Munich, I'd say. Barcelona, sorry. Have been sharing the title between them. Real Madrid on top this season as well. So they are, quote-unquote, the best team in Spain as things stand right now. So it's the... I mean, what are we in Germany right now? The second best team in Germany. It's the best team in Spain. Holy smokes. Right, we'll get on to the team selection and let's see what we're going to do. A little bit nervous about this one. More so than normal. If you want to miss this game out, because it's a little bit too stressful for you as well, Ingolstadt coming up just after the Madrid game. So, that should be a little less stressful. Probably going to lose it, but less stressful. Okay then, folks. This is the lineup we are going to use for the game today. You'll notice I've moved Insigne back to the left-hand side. Recent form from us has been okay. Like, we've been playing well. We've had wins, and that's because I think we've moved him back in recent games. I don't really think he's that good centrally. Like, he's okay, but I think the balance of the team works better. I think Paslak comes inside a little bit more. He's a little bit more tucked in. Not a lot more, but I mean, you'll see just from that there, he tucks in just a little bit more. I don't know how much impact that has in the engine, but to me, that just makes me feel better. Quimby's going to play ahead of them then, with Tolga on the left, Juice Gerald, Ivan, Jovic. The back four is now sort of familiar to us, as is Paslak on that right wing back spot. The bench is strong too, though. Nick Munkuru, Bayada, Khalifa Kalafa, Yilmaz, and Matthias Muller there as well. If things need to change, things can change. I'm quite pleased about that. For the first time this season, we've only got one suspension, which is Florentino Luis, and, I mean, good. There is an argument to play Nick over Vinicius because he's more used to the system, but I think in terms of defensive capabilities, Oh, this is close, actually. I'm going to play Nick. Just for... I'm going to play Nick. We'll see if that remains to be a good thing or a bad thing. Now, Real Madrid are favourites for the game. They're away from home as well. To stop them scoring is going to be a challenge. In terms of players you're recognising their side then, only Carvajal, I think, will be familiar to anyone. Diaz up front. With 12 finishing, I mean... that's not that good, is it? Moise Kean plays on the left-hand side today, which, I mean, he's a natural Ramdeuter, which you don't play every day. And they've got Pajaka, I think you'd say it, on the right-hand side. Oh, Croatian. Some people might recognise this guy then. Starts off his career at Dynamo, got moved to Juventus, Schalke, Real Madrid, Manchester United, and back to Real Madrid. That was a pretty good business by Madrid. Selling for 54 million, buying back for nearly 10 million. Job's a good one. They've got Beto in goal, who, looks a bit like Neri from Parma. Right, good result from the first leg, and we'll be laughing. The clean sheet's pretty important. I'm not that hopeful, though. Okay then, into the games we go. Real Madrid. How often do you play Real Madrid on Football Manager when you start at the very bottom? We started at the bottom, quite literally, and now we're here. Here we are at Dortmund playing Real Madrid. This is, what a lovely moment for me. I feel like there should be a plaque somewhere. Once managed, Tommy Pancotta, but probably unlikely. Madrid, though, coming forward with it, and pass like, well, he's been surrounded by 4 men. Oh, you absolute buffoon. Okay then, well, he's been sent off. And, well, pass that's gone. Straight red. Ivan's going to just drop back. That's all we can... What do you do now, really? I thought we'll just keep it as... Oh, we'll move him into the centre, I guess. And then just have it a little bit different in the middle. Well, this is 13 minutes in. 13! This is my big day. We're at 40 minutes. It's a corner kick to Madrid. Back to Diaz, who's on the edge of the box. If he gets a strike on goal, hits the bar. England clears even. We've done all right, you know, to be at 0-0 with 10 men. I mean, hold on, Insigne, ball in, Inglet's there. Oh, it's saved by Beto, or caught by Beto. I mean, defensively, because we play the 3, we're always relatively safe up front. It's just, if they start to work the ball in the middle areas, we're going to be in all sorts of problems, as they're working it now, actually, when it's offside. And as the time is ticking down in this first half, we will take a 0-0. But this highlight isn't over, by the way. Chimenti launches it forward towards just Gerald, who's got Jovic with him, and it's out to Diaz again, who's been causing a few problems, but hasn't really had a clean strike on goal yet, as Insigne comes across and does the business. Now, Luka Jovic and the boys could maybe turn defence into attack. It's just Gerald, out to Ivan, ball into the middle perhaps, it's Jovic, Quimby, oh, he's hit the bar, he's not respected the equipment. Quimby with a great chance, now it's Madrid's turn to turn it around and break. Will they have an opportunity to get back in it? Maybe not. Tolga now driving forward, it's end-to-end stuff here, forward towards Jovic, cleared, it became a little bit scrappy towards the end. That was a golden opportunity, and we let it trickle by, or we let it hit the post, which is probably worse. Okay, team talk. Passionately say, keep going out there. We can still win tonight, I believe, right? Despite the fact we've had a sending off. Forget the sending off. Okay, we've got belief and happiness and hunger in our hearts. I don't know where that came from. That's not a quotable t-shirt. After a great first half, to deal with the 10 men, I fear that Madrid might change things to try and now find the opening, and there are openings opening up, and Chimenti with a good save needs to be made. His clean sheet record, by the way, improving no end. I don't really know what's changed, but he's now keeping clean sheet after clean sheet for us. We need another one today, as he claims the ball from that whipped ball into the middle. 40 minutes to go in this game. Can we hold on for at least a draw? Question is, when do we start thinking about changes? 20 minutes to go. I think Munkuru comes on for just Gerald, just for a freshen up of legs, and Yilmaz for Ivan as well, I think, on that right hand side. Actually, Ivan fitness wise is looking pretty good. It's Serda on the other side that's having a problem, so I'll bring the more defensive Khalifa Khalafa on in that area. And so we got on 20 minutes to go. Let's just try and hold this now. I realise now most people probably would have gone to a 4 at the back, brought Khalifa Khalafa on, maybe tried to work out a 4 at the back system and have maybe a 4-4-1 formation, but we didn't do that. We stuck with a 3, and it seems to have paid off. Right, here we are again, another highlight. 15 minutes to go in this first leg of the Champions League last 16. Up to Luka Jovic, who's not really been in the game so far, as he comes forward with it. Quimby with it now as well, as he drives forward into Ivan on that right-hand side. He takes with his man, gets tackled though, and maybe a counter-attack could happen. But Insigne is everywhere. This is why I like him so much. Khalifa Khalafa into Munkuru. Where can he find it? Into Khalifa Khalafa again. His delivery's very good, we know that. Insigne, get it out to him. Khalifa Khalafa, Munkuru, makes his way into the area, pulls it back for Luka Jovic, who's at the bar! Oh no, Ivan's still on it. Jovic! No, it's cleared. I'm getting very animated here. We're so close to just breaking this deadlock, but it doesn't seem to be happening. If Madrid score now, it'll be a bit of heartbreak, really. We'll go to the Bernabeu with a 1-0 defeat if it carries on like this, but Khalifa Khalafa nips in, and maybe we'll take a lead to the Bernabeu. Who knows? Khalafa into Insigne, moving on to Quimby. This formation is working wonders. It gives an option every single time. And Kuru bursts his way into the box, strike on goal, just wide. The 10 men of Dortmund are making it very, very difficult for Real Madrid. Is there a substitute we should be making at this point? Do we maybe take Jovic off? I mean, there's no time left, actually. We'll leave it as is. Let's not... Oh, there's 2 minutes to go. It's a highlight. That noise indicated I'm excited. Quimby in the area. Oh, he's been tackled and cleared. 2 minutes to go. Can we find a breakthrough? It doesn't look like it. Final throw of the game then. I think all in all, you're disappointed because you've dominated the game. If you'd have had 11 men, I am happy with the performance. It's a 0-0 against Real Madrid with 10 men. I'm sorry, right? I get that ordinarily I make horrendous team talks, right? And you might go, that was that. I am pleased with it. I passionately said I'm happy with that performance. It was 0-0 with 10 men. Why would I not be passionately pleased with the performance? Anyway, I mean, that's going to do wonders for morale going to the next game against Ingolstadt. Anyway, we'll get to that one. 0-0. How do you rate that result? I don't think that's too bad. The big news, of course, Paslak will miss the game against Madrid. It was a bad tackle. We're going to fine him a week's wages as well. He probably won't like that. He accepts his fine. It was a big game, one of the biggest he'll ever play, and he let us down. So there you have it. Anyway, Ingolstadt coming up next. I'll join you for it in a moment. It's interesting. My assistant manager, Henrik Pedersen, who will be familiar to some people, by the way. Henrik Pedersen, of course, as a player, if I'm not mistaken, played at Bolton, I'm pretty sure. Although I can't now see if that's true, but I'm pretty confident he did. If it's a different Henrik Pedersen, I'm very confused. There can't be two. There can't be two of them. Anyway, he's suggesting we drop Luka Jovic for Matthias Muller. I mean, on recent form, since the 5 goals he got in a friendly, he did very well in the friendlies. Ever since then, though, he's done absolutely nothing. Essentially then, I'm looking at it again. 8 goals in the friendlies we played after the winter break. Not a single league goal since, with poor performances. It is time to drop him. It's fair to say it is time to drop him. Luka Jovic out then, Matthias Muller in, as we're a few days away still from the Ingolstadt game. That's the change we're making, though. Okay, folks, welcome back to the second game of the episode. Chimenzi will be in goal for this one. Vinicius comes in for Nick, who I should say, Nick played very, very well. There would have been a lot of question marks over me had we played him and then not won. Of course, Paslak getting sent off. Nick had a lot more to do on that side and did very well. Silva and England next to him. Luis comes in. Florentino Luis comes in at the deep line playmaker role. Paslak returns on that right-hand side, despite the fact he's going to have to be sitting out that Champions League game. Birchtodd comes in for Quimby. Tolga keeps his place on the left-hand side. Just Gerald stays as the attacking midfielder, in behind Muller, who of course we're now bringing in for Jovic, and Omar Yilmaz is going to be out on that right hand side. I've got to try and give these young players as much chance to shine as possible, and with that in mind, actually, we'll put Justin on the bench just in case. With News Justin, he might come on. Am I going to call him News Justin? I feel like I am. News Justin. He's good as well. He could be really good. 17, I've called him News Justin. What's going on here? Oh, some players can't play. This is now come up on the screen. Some players can't play because they've already played today, which isn't a major problem. Daniel Poveda, should he be playing at fullback just to get used to this? Because he's going to be playing probably against Madrid. Yeah, we need to get him involved. We need to get him used to playing that role in these games, while Paslak now has sort of forfeited his chance to play against Real Madrid. Okay, we are 4 points behind Bayern Munich. Ingolstadt currently sit in 13th position. This team, despite all of the changes, should be good enough to beat Ingolstadt. They've got Stuckman up front, a player that I'm sure we've played before. 100% sure we've played before. Okay, let's see. From what I can see, I can't recognise any other names that have formerly played for me that I should probably have remembered. All right, let's see if this team talk goes better than the last then. I've passionately said go out there, make the difference. They seem happy with that. We're, of course, wearing the yellow then, shooting from right to left as you see it. And, hopefully we can get ourselves a win. And we need the win. Frankly, our league form has been really good, but at the same time, we've got to try and keep pace with Bayern Munich if we want any chance of a title, and we've got to also try and secure that top 4 finish. So far, we're looking good for it, but the job's not done yet. All right, 37 minutes on the clock, and so far, 40 minutes now, 45. Half-time has approached, and we've seen not a single highlight. So I'm gonna get aggressive with them. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen from the team. I want us to be creating far more than we just have done there. We'll try and work the ball into the box. We'll try and exploit both flanks from now on, and everything else there will remain the same. Do we go slightly more direct? I'm not sure. Let's be more expressive. Let's just pop that on there. Okay, hopefully they open up a little bit more. Now, hopefully relax as well at the same time. I wasn't pleased with what we just saw. Hopefully we don't try and force the issue too much. I want us to work hard to get the ball into the area and give Muller chances. Like that could be said for Jovic, right? How many chances has he been having in these games? We've not seen that many highlights of him just missing chances over and over again. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we haven't got enough players in an attacking role. Of course, we have the wide player. The guy that plays behind him, though, not so attacking. So maybe even the striker's role needs to be changed up. We'll look at that now, actually. So what we'll do, Muller's not had the greatest game so far, 6.4. We'll bring Jovic on, but we'll change him to a complete forward on attack and just see if that changes the way he operates. 20 minutes to go against Ingolstadt. This could be a very boring 0-0. We'll find this is the first highlight of the game. Hopefully it'll go in our favour as Ingolstadt bring it forward. Luis, though, nips it instead into just Gerald. He's got Jovic ahead of him, works hard to win the ball and does so. Shot from distance. Oh, and okay, maybe complete forward should be Luka Jovic's bag from now on. I don't know. Is that just coincidence, or is that a factor in the fact he's just scored a banger from 20 yards? I'm not sure. if this goes into the top corner rather than the bottom corner, I'm going to enjoy this. So it's just Gerald working the ball into Jovic, who does it all himself, turns his man completely, and then the strike comes in. Is it drilled? Is it in the air? It's drilled along the ground. Keeper should do a tad better, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. Right, 10 minutes to go of this game now, and we're in an interesting position. Not wanting to change too much, but at the same time, I mean, we're lacking a bit of fitness out there. We'll bring in, Askeli Sibar, I think, is going to come in. He's not really played for us at all this year, and we're going to bring in News just in for Silva at the back. That might be a risk, but with 10 minutes to go, I'm pretty confident it'll be fine, just because we've played well in the game. They've not really had that many chances. They've had one shot on target all game, and to give him some first team action, I think will be really good for him, so we'll see how he does. Now, luckily for us, the time is ticking down without any events, so the substitutions have meant really nothing, haven't they? But we've seen out the game, fresh legs in the middle as well, has done as well. Vinicius with the final touches of the game. 5 seconds to go. 1-0 is a good win for us. Still 4 points, though, behind Bayern Munich. It's 1-0 it finishes, and a pretty dominating performance from us. A good point away at the Bernabeu, and I know it was at home, wasn't it? We're now away at the Bernabeu. Anyway, good draw, good 0-0 draw against Real Madrid. Stopping them getting that away goal gives us every opportunity to go for it in that second leg and hopefully come out with a win. That will be the next episode, the second leg against Real Madrid. If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, do drop a like on it. If you've enjoyed it, let's aim for around 1,000 likes, maybe. Why not? If you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. With love, with care. For me, Dr. Benji. Oh, I messed that bit up. With me, Dr. Benji. I mean, if only I'd done it every day for the last 800 videos. We love with care. From me, Dr. Benji. Until next time, goodbye.